The cruise control system on the new FJR 1300 has one electrical circuit to turn the cruise control system on and to set or modify the vehicle speed, and a second circuit to cancel the current speed setting, releasing the throttle for normal rider operation. The cruise control system is designed so that any of the following actions cancels the current speed setting: pulling in the clutch lever, applying the front brake, applying the rear brake, or twisting the throttle forward past the normally closed position. Any of these actions cancels the current speed setting, but the cruise control system stays on, ready to resume the previous set speed or set a new speed, as long as the unit is in third gear or higher and between 31 and 80 miles an hour. The circuit to turn the cruise control system on and to control speed is made up of the cruise control power switch and the cruise control setting switch in the left handlebar switch assembly. With the main switch on, battery voltage goes through the ignition fuse to the cruise control system fuse, to the cruise control power switch, and a parallel circuit to the cruise control setting switch, both inside the left handlebar switch assembly. The canceling circuit is made up of the clutch switch, front brake switch, rear brake switch, and the grip canceling switch located on the fuel injection throttle bodies. These switches are in series with each other, so that opening any of the switches cancels the current speed setting. Battery voltage goes through the ignition fuse to the cruise control system fuse to the clutch switch. If the clutch switch is closed, meaning the lever is released, voltage goes to the front brake switch. If the switch is closed, brake not applied, voltage then goes to the rear brake switch. If that switch is closed, brake not applied, voltage goes to the grip cancel switch on the FI throttle body assembly. The grip cancel switch is a normally closed switch, so the voltage flows to the ECU on the light green and blue wire at pin 22 in the 34-pin multi-connector. Twisting the throttle closed or forward past the normal closed position opens the grip cancel switch. And you should note that the wiring schematic in the service manual draws the grip cancel switch open. The cruise control system can be turned on at any time, but it will not set and hold a speed unless the unit is in third gear or higher and going between 31 and 80 miles an hour. To turn the cruise control system on, the main switch must be on, then press the cruise control power switch. Battery voltage then goes from the left handlebar switch assembly on an orange-white wire to pin 7 at the 34-pin ECU connector. The cruise control indicator light should come on. This is a normally open momentary switch, like a starter button. Pressing the button closes the switch and sends battery voltage to pin 7 only as long as the button is pressed. If the cruise control system is off, this battery voltage tells the ECU to turn the cruise system on. If the cruise control system is on, the battery voltage tells the ECU to turn it off. With the cruise control system on, the system is now ready for speed setting, if the unit is in third gear or higher and between 31 and 80 miles an hour. To set a speed in the cruise control system, press the cruise control setting switch to the set position. This sends battery voltage from the left handlebar switch assembly on a green-blue wire to the ECU on pin 14 at the 34-pin multi-connector. The set position also has two other functions, which reduce speed. If the button is held in the set position, the cruise control system will start to close the throttle and speed will decrease as long as the button is held. You release the button between 31 and 80 miles an hour, that will be the new set speed. If you press the button to the set position for just an instant, speed will decrease in 1.2 mile an hour increments each time the switch is pressed. The resume position also has three functions. If the cruise control is on and the speed is set, and the rider applies the brakes or pulls the clutch in or forces the throttle past the closed position, the current speed will be canceled. If the resume button is pressed, the cruise control system will resume this previously set speed. And if the resume button is pressed and held, the speed will increase as long as the button is held. When the desired speed is reached, between 31 and 80 miles an hour, release the button and that will be the new set speed. If you press the button to the resume position for just an instant, speed will increase in 1.2 mile an hour increments each time the switch is pressed. Pressing the cruise control switch to the resume position sends battery voltage on a brown-blue wire to ECU pin 15 on the 34-pin multi-connector. Here are some stats and important points regarding the cruise control system to keep in mind when investigating any complaint. The set speed and the rear wheel speed signals are compared every 1/10 of a second to decide the correct throttle opening. A fuel injection system problem resulting in a fault code will cancel the set speed and will not allow setting the cruise control system speed as long as the fuel injection code is active. But an ABS fault code will not interfere with cruise control system operation. A faulty gear position switch will not prevent setting of the cruise control system. This switch is mainly for the YCCT system and the gear display on the meter assembly. Which gear the transmission is in is actually calculated by the ECU using engine RPM and the rear wheel speed sensor information. There are several situations where the ECU will automatically deactivate the cruise control system. If for some reason the cruise control system cannot maintain the set speed, meaning the ground speed decreases by more than 6 miles an hour from the set speed within a preset time value, the cruise control system will automatically deactivate. If the traction control system is turned on and gets activated by excessive wheel slip or wheel spin, the cruise control system will automatically deactivate. The ECU is monitoring wheel slip and wheel spin even if the traction control system is off. So if wheel slip or wheel spin is detected, the cruise control system will automatically deactivate. And if the start engine stop switch is set to the off position, the engine stalls, or the side stand is extended, the cruise control system will automatically deactivate. In all of these cases, if the cruise control system is on and is set with a current speed, the cruise control system and the indicator light will go off, and the set light will flash for 4 seconds. If the cruise control system is on but no speed is set, meaning the set light is not on, the cruise control system and indicator light will turn off. Because the automatic deactivation of the cruise control system is stored in the memory of the ECU, the deactivation can be checked using the Yamaha diagnostic tool. In some cases, the cruise control system may not be able to maintain the set cruising speed when the vehicle is traveling uphill or downhill. When the vehicle is traveling uphill, the actual road speed may become lower than the set speed. This may be due to being in too high a transmission gear for the grade or conditions, or encountering a very steep incline. If this happens, the rider should manually use the throttle to maintain road speed. When the vehicle is going downhill, the actual road speed may become higher than the set cruising speed. In this case, the setting switch cannot be used to adjust the set cruising speed. The cruise control system will not cancel going downhill, no matter how much speed is gained. To reduce speed, the rider should apply the brakes. When the brakes are applied, the cruise control system will cancel the current speed setting. The cruise control system will allow approximately plus or minus 0.6 miles an hour difference between the set speed and the speed measured by the rear wheel speed sensor without changing throttle position setting.